How's it going today, guys? So today we're off to do a big cleanup dive. We haven't done a big group cleanup in a little while, so I'm super excited to get out there and get a bunch of trash out of our water. Today we're heading to Stanley Park, so we're actually going to go to the rowing club there. So there should be a ton of trash in the water there. Every marina I've ever dove at, there's always tons of stuff. So the main things I'm hoping for, first off, great visibility. You never know, especially around Stanley Park. There's a lot of currents going in and out of the bay there. Yeah, so we have two groups. We have myself with my freedivers, it's gonna be Steve, Selena, and Heather. And then we have Henry and his group of scuba divers with divers for cleaner lakes and oceans. So hope to get a bunch of stuff out of the water. I'm not too sure what to expect. Before we jump right in, I'd like to answer one question that I ask quite a bit, and it's, do I get paid to clean up these waterways? Kind of. So there's three ways that I can make money, and it's not so much making money, is it just help funding these dives. These dives can add up in price, just the gas to get there and all the gear that's required to do these events. So I make a small money from YouTube. It's probably pretty obvious. It's not a lot. I have a full-time job still. I did apply for a grant this year. I've yet to get the funding for that, but it's for a very specific dive that I'll have a video coming up pretty soon for that. Not a lot of money. It basically pays for gas, gear, and some food for that day. And then the thing that I actually get the most from is Patreon. So Henry and myself both have Patreon accounts, and it's just money that people donate to help us do some of these cleanup dives. By no means do we actually make a profit of these. We're still out of pocket every time we do one of these dives. There's no way that little bit of money overcomes that, especially with the price of gas and everything right now. So if you guys would like to help donate for us to do more of these cleanup dives, we'd greatly appreciate it. I'll put the links to my page and Henry's page in the description down below. But yeah, hopefully that answered the question, guys. And yeah, so now let's get in the water.
No, yeah.
So Vancouver Rowing Club. I'm gonna check out this area here. So apparently all along the seawall here, people throw stuff, stolen stuff, all that kind of good stuff. So we're gonna try around there under the dock and try not to get hit by the rowers. Alright, so just suited up. I'm pretty excited right here. Oh yeah. These are the areas that all the people get in and out of the boats, all the different kind of rowing equipment. So I feel like there's gonna be a lot of sunglasses and all sorts of random stuff that people forgot in their pockets. So Steve, Heather, and Selena are gonna join me along these docks. I'm gonna venture over there and along that seawall, and we'll see what kind of crazy stuff we can find. So unfortunately, right below the dock, the visibility was actually super poor. As soon as you got down to about 20 feet or so, there was a thick layer of sediment floating in the water, and you couldn't see more than a few inches in front of your face. So we decided to move away from there, and we went just to the areas that were above 20 feet, and it makes it a little bit easier for us because we're holding our breath. And we found a lot of trash. Check out the amount of bottles and glasses that we found. So just on the edge of the building here, there's actually a restaurant, and we think over the years, people have just been hucking these glasses and bottles into the ocean and just making a huge mess of the place. Some of these bottles turned out to be pretty old, but yeah, here's some clips of me just cleaning up some trash, and check out the end, because we got a lot of stuff out of this water.
After Steve, I mean, you have to drink out of these. Do you think the bartender will pour a drink of these for us?
Oh yeah.
Once we found where the big stash of bottles and glasses were, we went to town. So let's speed through here and show you how many glasses we found.
Okay, there's a lot of bottles over here.
However, not all the stuff we found was small. Let's get into the big, heavy stuff that definitely took our breath away trying to get out. These next couple items are some of the heaviest items I've ever pulled out while diving. And funny enough, scaffolding is not something that's very easy to swim with. That's one of the things that I don't think I've ever thought I would say, but here we are.
Grab it behind you, but I was like,
Shorty, can you hold it on the dock for a second? Yeah. That was hard to get off the bottom. Okay, scaffolding, hard to swim with.
And then of course, a shopping cart. We ended up finding a couple of these, but the second one, we had some help by some of our volunteers to pull it out of the water. Definitely want to give a big thanks to all the volunteers that came out. These ones that pulled the buggy up over the seawall, that did not look easy. And then all the ones that were picking up all the trash as soon as we put it on the dock. You guys helped out so much. Just super appreciate it that you guys came out, and hope you guys come out again for another dive in the future. And right alongside all these glasses and beer bottles, of course, the other thing that makes sense to throw in the ocean is plastic chairs. Why not, right? And one thing that we do with all the stuff that we pull out is remove as much sea life as possible. Often there's sea stars like this, or all sorts of different critters living on and around this trash. It's not good for the environment, so we take the item out and we try and keep the sea life in the water as well.
Lots of effort. It was like really sunk into the mud.
Like I said at the beginning, the visibility of some of the areas around here was horrendous. This is one of those spots where I couldn't see anything, and I just kind of ran into this little plastic pipe, so I decided to pull it out anyway. But we did not stay around these areas, just because we couldn't see anything. Pretty good haul so far. I think we got all the cans and bottles over here. Let's see, cans. Oh, those are cool. That's a pretty neat bottle. So we finished the dive with Selena, Steve, Marlon the kid, and Heather. The rowing club gave us some vouchers for some food, so I'm pretty stoked. So we just cleaned up all the trash, and it's getting weighed right now. I think they're just finishing up over there. So let's see the total in a minute. Can't get over it though. This is mid-October weather. It's like 25 degrees out. Absolutely gorgeous on the patio after the dive. So we just finished up having some drinks and some food, and the total was 2,700 pounds of trash and about 240 bottles or so, and then a whole bunch of glasses and all sorts of other stuff. So crazy good trash haul. Yeah, it's awesome. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care.